We had a great day of fishing on Dog Lake today, catching trout, actually splake, and some pike. We got onto Dog Lake at the shipyards, which is just a little bit east of Battersea, Ontario, and just north of Kingston. The shipyards is a great place to launch your boat to get onto Dog Lake. They have an iron grating at the start, so your truck will not get stuck. It's a gentle ramp, lots of ample parking as well. The dock itself is only a few years old. They have cleats to tie off, and they have a plastic or rubber type bumper around it as well. When I go onto Dog Lake, this is always the ramp I like to use. Now, I would say there's one cautionary note when you leave the channel out of this little bay in front of shipyards. There's some tree stumps on both sides, so just go down the main channel until you reach the lake entrance, which is not very far. Really enjoy fishing on the northern end of Dog Lake. It's quite clear. It's also a very deep lake. The main channels are running between 30 and 50 feet deep. Lots of rock, and when you get to the very east end of the lake goes down to, I believe, about 150 feet. So they stock the lake with splake. I'm not sure when the last time it was stocked, but we do like to come out in the spring, which we find is the best time to try and catch these things. So today we fished mostly the eastern part of the deep section of Dog Lake. So that would be sort of the northeast section, the section that runs towards Crane's Nest Lake. So today we were trolling all the time. We launched the boat around 9 o'clock and we pulled off around, I think about 1:30. We basically were running between about 1.9 and 2.3 miles per hour. It took us about a single hour, and then we were into the fish, and over sort of the time between 10:30 and 11:30 is when we caught the splake. So in the bay at the northeast side, I caught 2 splake. Unfortunately, I didn't have my camera ready, so we didn't videotape those, but we did take a few pictures. I figure they were about 1.5 to 2.5 pounds. Great fish to catch. They put up a little bit of a fight, and in both cases, as soon as I got them to the net, the lure popped out of their mouths. Anyways, looking forward to eating these this evening. Bring her in, Tony.
He's coming.
What do you think it is?
I can't see it.
It's coming now.
Oh yeah, here it is. Whoa.
It's a trout. It's a splake, actually.
Oh, I'm good size.
Okay.
Whoa.
We got him. So this was actually the 3rd splake we caught today. The first 2, I caught them, and I didn't have a chance to get a video of those. We observed a lot of wildlife today, lots of birds specifically. This is a great blue heron which flew by us very close to the water. It's always interesting to see how close they fly. It's almost like their wingtips would actually touch the water. Tony with the monster.
Yeah, big monster.
A little perch or a little pike? Little perch.
Okay, at least 8. Oh, and it catches one. Oh!
On the 5 of diamonds. So we headed into Crane's Nest Lake, which is on the eastern part of Dog Lake, and we started trolling with 5 of diamonds, thinking we were going to try and get some pike, and the first thing we hit was that perch, and then we started to hit some pike in the channel between the 2 lakes, and then also in Crane's Nest Lake. Nothing big, but still nice to catch. First pike, Tony.
Not a bad size.
First pike of the season.
Yeah.
There you go, Tony.
Hey, look at that. Two.
The whole Rideau Canal system of lakes and rivers is generally quite shallow, so in this section the water warms up quite quickly. Today's temperature was around between 68 and 71 degrees, so people were out and about, and some of the kids were braving the waters. Fall off anytime. Let me grab one.
It's not little.
It's not that big. Excuse me. So at the halfway point where it gets really shallow in Crane's Nest, there's a small island, and on this particular island there was a family of swans, or I should say a couple. One was nesting on the island, and I think the male was out in the water, and then later on the female decided to get off her nest and come and swim with her partner. Beautiful creatures. Love seeing them here. Here's another great blue heron that was stalking along the side of the lake. It looks like it was looking for probably frogs and so forth. It was a very beautiful bird. Loved seeing these things here. Bigger, but I think maybe not. Probably just in the weeds.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pike. Just a small pike. The old pike circle swim.
That's a nice one. Very good.
So Crane's Nest Lake is quite shallow and can get quite weedy. It's a great place to fish for bass and pike early in the spring, but late in the season, or I should say late spring or early summer, it gets full of seaweed and it's not worth my time to come here. You just get hung up so much with your lure, especially if you're trolling, which I like to do. There's only a few open areas where you can cast, but the depth of the water here was anywhere between like 5 and about 8 feet, and then the weeds grow up from there. So we caught our 3 pike and a perch in this area, and we decided it was around 12:30 we would head back to the boat launch. So this is the trip back. Saw a little muskrat here and just dove under the water just as I was trying to get him in focus. And anyways, we're going over or under the bridge here, and then we'll be a little ways down this channel which runs between Crane's Nest and Dog, and then we'll fly down to the boat launch. deep part of Dog Lake on the northeast side is actually my favorite part of the Rio Canal in this area. The scenery is beautiful. There is not a tremendous amount of cottages. It just feels like you're on a very northern lake. Very pleasant to be here. Nice and relaxing. So for those of you who may be interested, my boat is a Miracraft 167 Outfitter. I bought it in 2023, and it has a 60 horsepower Tohatsu engine on it. Love this boat. It's stern drive. I decided on a stern drive because I wanted a more open platform so I could walk around and fish and not trip over things. Really enjoyed the boat. I got it at DM Boat Sales in Amherstview, Ontario. They're great to work with, so if you have a chance and if you're looking for a boat, highly recommend you head over there and you talk to Darren. This is Gilmore's Point. I think it's a small park or conservation area. It's a great place to go if you have a family because they do a really good job at creating a beach. They have it cordoned off in the summer so you can get in and swim with the kids. They have change rooms and washrooms here as well. No charge to get in, and it's easily to find, and it's generally not overly busy, so if you have a chance and you're looking for a place to take the family, highly recommend this place. And it's just a little ways down past the shipyards, which is just east of Battersea. So we made it back to the shipyards, and the boat's at the dock, just getting ready to bring the trailer out and put things away. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please like and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next one. Hopefully we'll have as much fun and as much fish as we caught today.